We are 4 days away. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you're all having a good weekend. Hopefully, you're having a great Sunday. Before I begin, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, share this out with anyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And for those of you that have subscribed so far, thank you so much. It means the world to me. All right, so let's talk about the Yankees, right? So there are a lot of question marks as far as, who's going to make the roster, who isn't going to make the roster. I would say for the most part, as far as the lineup goes, the lineup is set. I think we have a pretty clear idea of who's definitely going to make the lineup. There's some question marks about whether or not DJ LeMahieu is going to start on opening day. From the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like he's going to, right? Aaron Boone said he doesn't want to rush him back. Although DJ said that he feels like he'll be ready. He's been feeling better, but we'll see, right? Third base, it's a question mark. So we'll see who they decide to put at third, whether it's DJ starting or do they decide with, maybe an Oswaldo Cabrera, who's a utility guy, can play anywhere in the infield. And there's some other names that are also being mentioned too that are potential candidates as well. So, these guys are definitely trying to make their case to make the team. All right. When it comes to the Yankees bullpen, there's a lot of intriguing names, and it's going to be tough to decide who makes it to the bullpen, right? There's a lot of intriguing names, a lot of good names out there. So these are good problems to have, of course. And a lot of the bullpen arms have been making their case as well and have been, trying to do what they can to impress the coaching staff and Aaron Boone. All right. But for me, the biggest question mark is the starting rotation. So a lot of fans are concerned, and rightfully so. I understand. Obviously Gerrit Cole, he's going to be out for a little while. He's going to be out for the next 2 or 3 months. So the starting rotation is going to have to carry the load in his absence. All right. Now, we talk about Carlos Rodon. I know some fans are skeptical. If you ask me, and I've said this many times, I feel good about him. I feel really good about him. I liked how he's looked this spring training, should I say. He's looked impressive. There was a couple of games where he kind of got knocked around, but, for the most part, he performed well. All right. We talk about Marcus Stroman. Same thing with him. He got knocked around a couple of times, but he's also looked good this spring. So he's showing that he's got the stuff. And, I feel like he's a lock. He's ready to go. Clark Schmidt, another pitcher that some fans are concerned about. The big concern is that he struggles against lefty hitters. He does give up a lot of hits against the lefty hitters, and he does tend to struggle with that. But for the most part, when he's been struggling, he finds a way to bounce back and get out of jams, get his strikeouts, get the opposing batters out. So again, for me, I think I feel good about Clark Schmidt, especially after what he showed last season, even though that first half of the season, he struggled quite a bit, but then later on he turned it around. And I keep saying that he was the only other dependable starter last season outside of Gerrit Cole. Okay. Nestor Cortez, that is the biggest question mark for me. Okay. Nestor Cortez is the biggest question mark. I'm just wondering if his stuff is going to hold up, if his shoulder is going to hold up, if he's going to be able to pitch more than 5 innings. That is my biggest question mark. All right. Is the shoulder going to be able to hold up? Because shoulder issues are no fun, and it could cause problems. But he's opening, or he'll be pitching on opening day against the Astros on Thursday. So he definitely needs to bring his A game, and he needs to, he needs to, pitch lights out, right? He's had some struggles in the spring, although he's also shown some flashes. But we'll see how it all plays out when he pitches on opening day against the Houston Astros, which that takes place in Houston, as you all know. Now, who is the fifth man in the starting rotation? And there's been a debate. There's been a little bit of back and forth. So I did a live stream last week, and I asked a question to the people in the chat. And the two names that people are talking about, and sorry, I wanted to share this picture right here, is this man right here, Luis Hill. Okay. Luis Hill has made a strong case in spring training. He's looked impressive. I have liked what I have seen from him. He's done a great job against the opposing team. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery. But the question is, should he be a starter? Is he capable of being the starter? Is he capable? Absolutely. Absolutely. I guess the biggest fear that we might have, I'll speak for myself, is just making sure that he's going to be okay, as far as, pitching, a lot of innings, having to try and go like 6-7 innings. But it sounds like the Yankees aren't going to have any issues with him pitching that many innings. I mean, he's impressed in the spring. I liked what I'm seeing from him. Still young. He's 25. He's gone 2-0 with a 2.87 ERA. He's had 23 strikeouts. He's definitely making a case, right? So if you look at those stats right there, again, 2024 spring training, 2-0, 2.87 ERA. All right, 5 games, 23 strikeouts. So let me bring that screen, put that screen away. Cool. So he's looked good. I feel like he can most definitely make the starting rotation. The question is he going to be able to pitch long innings? That's the big question, right? He is coming back from Tommy John surgery. It's been a couple of years. So if he is in the starting rotation, is his innings limited, right? Or do the Yankees put him in the bullpen? And he could be very effective out of the bullpen as well. Okay. The other option that the Yankees have is going to be Will Warren. Let me bring him up real quick. So sorry about that. Let me zoom in. So Will Warren, a name that's been talked about a lot and by many people, right? He's a well-rounded pitcher. His pitches are, for lack of a better word, amazing. He's looked good this spring. Yeah, there was that one game last Sunday against the Boston Red Sox where he struggled a little bit. But again, I don't think it's something we should be stressing about. But let's bring up his stats right here. Hopefully y'all could see that. Cool. He's gone 3-1, 3.52 ERA, 13 strikeouts, right? Now, when you look at the numbers, right, Luis Hill definitely has the better numbers. He's looked better this spring as far as the stats go. But Will Warren has shown that he is ready, and if needed, he can be called on, and he could be that fifth guy in the rotation. All right. We'll see. It's tough for me to say which one of these guys should be in the should be in the rotation as far as being the fifth guy goes, the fifth pitcher goes. I do think that they have both made a strong case. I know there's been talks about the Yankees re-engaging with Jordan Montgomery but they're, far away from each other as far as the deal goes. But if they're going to look for internal options, I mean, to me, they can't go wrong with, Luis Hill or Will Warren. I could see where the Yankees would go with Will Warren because he's pitched more than Luis Hill has, and especially in the last couple of years, where Will Warren has pitched over 120 innings. So he is capable. He has the stuff. Okay. And Luis Hill, again, for not pitching for a couple of years, he's made a strong case this spring. So it's a hard decision. And when I had asked the chat on one of my live streams, they were saying, some were saying Luis Hill, other folks were saying Will Warren. Again, both have made a strong case. All right. So I want you all to tell me what you think and why. Should it be Will Warren and why? Or should it be Luis Hill and why? Or is there another name that you can that you're thinking that I didn't talk about? All right. And then just for the fun of it, I'll ask this question too. Do the Yankees and Jordan Montgomery come to an agreement? All right. We're 4 days away from spring training. All these Scott Boras clients are signed except for Montgomery. JD Martinez signed recently with the Mets on a 1-year deal. Blake Snell signed with the Giants. So did Matt Chapman. Bellinger's back with the Cubs. So, what happens with Jordan Montgomery? But the main question is, who should be the fifth pitcher in the Yankee starting rotation? All right, let's load up the comments. Tell me who you think it should be. Let me know if you think it should be Will Warren or Luis Hill. All right, I want to read those comments. I have fun reading your comments, so I always appreciate them. So thank you so much for doing that. All right, but that's all I got for now. I wanted to share that with all of you and just wanted to get your thoughts. So again, if you all haven't yet, if you are new, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, share this out with anyone you know, and any news comes out, I'll definitely let you know one way or another. And I'll see you all next time, and enjoy your weekend.